Victor Banjo was a Yoruba who served in the Nigerian army as a major before being imprisoned by General Ironsi for allegedly plotting against him. The federal military government had underestimated Biafra from day one, but the Biafrans took advantage of this obvious mistake from the government and now have the war seemingly under control. This was quickly allowed to slip. In fact, the Biafran forces only got as far as Ore. Meanwhile, another unexpected turn of events had happened. Unknown to everyone, the commander of the Biafran forces in the Midwest had turned traitor. Victor Banjo was a Yoruba who served in the Nigerian army as a major before being imprisoned by General Ironsi for allegedly plotting against him. His prison was in the eastern region. From here, he was released by Colonel Ojukwu at the outbreak of the war and given a commission in the Biafran army. Why Ojukwu chooses Banjo to command the troops marching towards the west has not been fully explained. But the two soldiers were good friends and Ojukwu had full confidence in his abilities. Secondly, being a Yoruba from western region, Banjo was familiar with the terrain and could use the language to convince the Yorubas in the occupied territories to support the war. With the rank of brigadier, Banjo commanded the S Brigade that marched into the Midwest and down to Ore. According to his own confession after he was unmasked and arrested, he had concluded after August 9 that he would enter into talks with the leaders of the West, notably Chief Awolowo. He asked Ejo to act as a mediator between himself and Awolowo, but Ejo declined to take the risk. According to Banjo, he would later relay messages using the sideband radio of British Deputy High Commission in Benin. A British official communicated these messages in German to another official in the High Commission in Lagos. The message was passed on to Chief Awolowo. The plot Banjo revealed was typically Yoruba in its complexity. He was to destroy Biafra by withdrawing troops from the Midwest under various pretexts, arrest and assassinate Ojukwu, and declare the war over. He would subsequently return to his own region as a Nigerian hero. His past would now be forgiven and forgotten. He went on to say that the second part of the plan, which would be revealed later, was for him and Awolowo to rally the newly recruited Yoruba army to his cause and topple Gowon. This would allow him to take over the presidency of Nigeria and give Awolowo his long-desired premiership. It seems unlikely, though, that the Gowon government was informed of this postscript. Colonel Ife who had also been released from prison, a Moscow-trained communist officer, Major Philip Alele, a Biafran Foreign Service official, Sam Agbam, who did some of the negotiation between the two sides while out of Biafra, and several other junior officers and functionaries were all recruited into Banjo's plot. He was ready to execute this plot by mid-September. Despite being frustrated by the lack of action in the West, Colonel Ojukwu continued to believe Banjo and accept his claims of administrative issues, manpower shortages, lack of firearms and ammunition, and so on. True, the Nigerians had grown stronger in the 3 weeks that has passed. The Nigerians had formed two fresh brigades through a hasty one-week recruitment campaign that brought into uniform diverse elements such as college students and prison inmates. This was the 2nd Division that was commanded by Colonel Moritala Mohammed. The division fought back from the western region. As late as the first week of September, the deployment of swift motorized column could have put the Biafrans in a commanding position in the western region. But on September 12, Banjo gave orders to withdraw from Benin City without firing a shot. He was not authorized to do so. Mohammed didn't arrive in Benin until September 21st. Banjo also issued orders to withdraw from Warri, Sapele, Auchi, Igweben, and other strategic locations. The Biafran's subordinate officers were surprised and confused, but they did as they were told. Simultaneously, Biafran defenses south of Nsukka crumbled, and the federal forces advanced many miles down the road to Enugu, 45 miles south of Nsukka. At this point, Banjo decided to attack Ojukwu directly. In the Midwest, he met with Ife Ajuna and Alele to finalize the plans for the assassination, which was to take place on September 19, coinciding with Banjo's presence in Enugu, where he had been asked to explain what he was doing in Midwest. None of the three seemed to realize that time had run out. Surprisingly, they had told several other officers and civilians about the plans, without first checking to see if they would remain faithful to Ojukwu. In fact, most of them did, but some had already gone to meet him with the details of the plot. It took a lot of persuasion to convince him, but the facts were beginning to speak for themselves. Ifeajuna and Alele were each summoned to State House, where Ojukwu met them and ordered their arrest. Banjo was summoned as well, but he arrived with a strong escort of men who he wanted to bring into the premises. He was convinced that they could remain at the entrance until he returned, while he went in alone but armed. He agreed. Colonel Ojukwu's police ADC, a clever young inspector, went out to the guard post with a bottle of gin while he was waiting in the anteroom. He offered them to come to his place nearby to enjoy some more after passing it around. They all agreed and marched off. Watchers inside State House observed their departure and then swung their automatic weapons at Banjo. He was disarmed before being led to see the Biafran leader. It was 6 hours to the time Colonel Ojukwu should have been assassinated, being close to midnight on September 18. The army became traumatized and demoralized. Even though the ordinary soldier remained loyal to Ojukwu, the entire officer corps was discredited. Although torn by his friendship with Banjo and a relation by marriage to Alele, Ojukwu had to set an example to avoid a repeat of this kind of plot. The foreign leaders were tried by special tribunal, sentenced to death for high treason, and executed by firing squad on September 22, 1967. The exact degree of complicity of some of the British officials in Nigeria remained a matter of speculation in Biafra. In his confession though, Banjo implicated the British Deputy High Commission in Benin and the High Commission in Lagos as having been his liaison men with Awolowo and Gowon. Correspondents in Lagos later remarked they had noticed a sudden buoyancy among British officials in the middle of September, a confident assurance that it will all be over in a few days. This was in stark contrast to the near panic of 20th August and a prophecy hardly merited by the military situation. But after the attempted coup against Ojukwu, things actually changed. The damage in Biafra was enormous. We will look at what happened from now on in our subsequent video. You'll be doing us a massive favor by liking this video so that more people can see it. Subscribe if you have not done so, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Peace. Victor Banjo was a Yoruba who served in the Nigerian army as a major before being imprisoned by General Ironsi.
We mourn the heroes and heroines past of Biafra, and we celebrate their existence as their spirit emboldened those fighting on to restore Biafra. Ise, Ise, Ise. The BDA anthem, please.
God bless Biafra.
Welcome everyone to this emergency media press briefing from the office of the Honorable Prime Minister of the Biafran government. It is evidence that Nigeria has been on a suicidal slide and seated on a time bomb, and now they want to turn Biafra land to their refugee camp. I welcome the Prime Minister to the stage as he addresses the recent happenings that seeks the attention of the Biafran government. Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, welcome to the stage, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Sonny and Honorable Raphael. Am I coming out?
Loud and clear, sir.
Thank you very much. Greetings, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're listening from, fellow Biafrans all over the world. I welcome every one of you to this emergency space this afternoon from my location. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press that are listening from your various locations. Whenever the need arises for us to address the Biafra people and keep them informed on the current affairs as the Biafra liberation, the declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra comes close and closer. Today, I have come to this space to once again give a warning to the Nigeria terrorist state and their representative in Biafra land who want to turn Biafra land into refugee and IDP camp, to understand that for the fact that the Biafra government has sacrificed everything to make Biafra land a peaceful, secured place in the entire Nigeria area, does not give them the audacity to begin to import terrorists because they have failed to use them, those of them in the military and police, to infiltrate our land. As the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra resistance fighters are engaging them head on. Today, Biafra land has become the most safest place in Nigeria area. And these people who have not provided enabling environment for our people, they have castigated every effort of the Biafra government. They have used propaganda to pilot how Biafra land is not safe, how insecurity is everywhere. And today, we have seen the reality on ground that Biafra land is the only place where they see that is a secure place for them to import internally displaced so-called people from the northern Nigeria into Biafra land. I have come this afternoon to inform them that Biafra land is not yet secured for any refugee, for any IDP camp from northern Nigeria or from anywhere else. We have not secured our land. Our land will become secured only when Biafra have a total control on Biafra territory, and of course, when we have regained our independence and control our land without any infiltrator from the Nigeria terrorist army and police, then it is only then Biafra land will become safe for refugees. For now, anybody coming to Biafra land, your security is not guaranteed. Wherever you are going to stay in Imo State, in Abia State, in Enugu State, or any part of Biafra land, as long as we are still under Nigeria, where Nigeria continue to perpetrate these crimes against the people, indigenous people, you are not safe in Biafra land. And so, I am warning on behalf of the Biafra government, whoever that is involved in pushing the so-called internally displaced people, which are terrorists, as far as we are concerned, we can never trust anything from Nigeria. So northern Nigeria has been overrun by terrorists sponsored by the Nigeria state for only one agenda called Islamic agenda. And today, people are being moved from northern Nigeria to Biafra land that they hate with passion. And as they are moving them from the ancestral land to Biafra land, according to them, remember that strangers have already occupied their land. Ask yourself, who are those occupying the land of the people that today have found or are looking for a safe haven in Biafra land? That Biafra land they say Simon Ekpa is destroying. That Biafra land they told you that Biafra army have destroyed. That Biafra land they told you that Simon Ekpa is bringing in security. They have found safe haven and security in that same Biafra land. What is that? What does that tell you? It tells you that we have defeated Nigeria. It tells you that the Biafra government have succeeded in making Biafra land the only secure place in the entire Nigeria area. And the only agenda and the only motive they have is to continue to push for the destruction of Biafra land. Since they have not succeeded in using their military uniform and police to destroy our land, they now want to use the people they called internally displaced. There are places in Yoruba land, there are enough land in Yoruba land, there are enough land in Lagos. Lagos is secured. We are calling on them. The so-called president today is from Yoruba land. So Yoruba land is secured. They must move these people to Yoruba land or to other parts of Nigeria where they believe they have control over. Because Biafra land is not safe for them. I am telling you the fact. We can never guarantee any security of anybody from northern Nigeria in the name of coming to seek refugee. It is not yet time for you to come to Biafra land to seek refuge. We will grant you refugee. We will grant you asylum in accordance with international law. We will give you asylum protection only and only when Biafra become an independent state. At this point, we are in the state of war with the Nigeria terrorist state. Just the reason why they have chased you out of your ancestral land is the reason men have risen up in Biafra land and they are armed. All of you from northern Nigeria that are looking for safe haven in Biafra land, I want to inform you that our men are paying the price that will make our women not to leave their ancestral land and move to ADP camp. Men are dying for it. And for that reason, it is not yet time for us to allow anybody or any infiltrator from any part of Nigeria or from any part of the world to come to our land and live freely while people are dying and fighting the same government that has made your life miserable in your own country and your own nation and your own state. This particular emergency space today is to call the attention of whoever that is involved in this threat against Biafra people to understand that we will resist you in the morning, we will resist you in the afternoon, we will resist you in the night. And that facility that they say is a place where they are going to be staying and learn, I am telling you the fact, it is going to raise down. We will raise it down. You will come back to Biafra land when we have become an independent state, recognized by the United Nations. We are not going to be distracted by this shambolic love that these invaders and enablers in our land are trying to show. They never love you. I want those who have actually been deceived by their propaganda that Simon Ekpa is destroying Biafra land to ask yourself question. Is it not the same Biafra land Simon Ekpa is destroying that they want to now, that they have found to be the only safest place for people in the northern Nigeria, displaced people in northern Nigeria to come and live? It is not going to be possible. We are not going to say that we will not accept refugees when the time comes, but I'm just telling you today that now is not the right time for any person to come to Biafra land in the name of refugee. We do not have that particular atmosphere. We do not have that particular conducive environment. We do not have that secured environment for you who have been displaced in northern Nigeria to come with your hate and your terrorism to our land at this point. It is not going to be accepted by us, and we are going to resist it. So what I'm trying to say today is that those coming to Biafra land, your security of life and property will never ever be guaranteed not by the Nigeria state, not by the Biafra government. You're on your own. And whatever you see, you take. Do not blame anybody. This warning goes to whoever that is involved, the enablers in our land, Hope Uzodinma and his group, to understand that you know what we can do. And you know what we have been doing. If you think you are going to take this warning for granted, let them come. And the rest will be history. Thank you very much. I want everybody to ask very relevant questions, especially those who have been doubting our resolve in securing Biafra land. Today, your eyes should be open. That among all the states in Nigeria, it is the Biafra land that they say is insecure, some people have destroyed, is the only place they found secure to bring northern displaced people to have a refugee and have training in Biafra land. That is completely unacceptable. We are going to accept them when they have gone through our screening, which is going to be introduced by only Biafra government, and we are going to ascertain that the people coming are not terrorists. We will give them refugee status. We'll give them protection in accordance with international law. But at this point, anybody coming from northern Nigeria will be regarded as a terrorist. You never liked us. You hate us with impunity. And we will never ever accept you. So until Biafra become an independent state, we are in the state of war. And I hope you understand what is going on. So we urge those who are being deceived to understand that if you come to Biafra land, believe me, your security will never ever be guaranteed. And because we love human life, we respect life and dignity of people, and we want to put this warning ahead of time, because we are never going to sacrifice or compromise our own security for the security of anybody. The security of Biafra women and children is the utmost priority of the Biafra government. And we're not going to compromise that in order to be called good people, or in order to be people to praise us or anything. No. We don't need your praise. We don't need your acknowledgement. Our only responsibility as a government of Biafra is to make sure that our women will not be looking for a place to go and seek refuge in the southern Nigeria, in Yoruba land, or in the northern Nigeria, or in Middle Belt. We will make sure our women will be protected in our land, in Biafra land, and we're not going to leave our ancestral land for anybody. That particular agenda has been achieved by the Biafra government using the Biafra Liberation Army resistance fighters and all Biafra armed group that has made it possible that our land is today a secure place for people to even think of coming to build any facility for training internally displaced people in the northern Nigeria. Isn't that a very awkward situation? The media team, Minister Sonny and Honorable Raphael, I welcome all of you. I will be taking a few questions. I will call it a day. But this warning have been issued. And let nobody say we did not warn them that Biafra land is never going to be safe for anybody that is coming to seek refugee. This is not the time for us to grant refugee status or give asylum to anybody until we have our independence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Minister of Information, are you there? All right, thank you, my able Prime Minister. You're welcome, every Biafran. Please, my PM, if you can help me co-host my minister. I think the internet took him out. He's just a speaker. He's not co-host anymore because of the network. So thank you, fellow Biafrans, and everyone that have joined us this afternoon. This is going to be a very quick one, and I want to plead with you that as you will come in and grab the mic, remember that today is always a very busy day for us on the PM. I'll spare this time because you understand that anything that is as urgent as this matter, we don't take it lightly. And this is the concerns of Biafra land. So come in and ask questions, please. Questions, and you have 60 seconds, strictly 60 seconds. Leave the accolades, let's leave it for later. Just come up with your question and let the 60 seconds count. I'm going to first give the microphone to Mouthpiece. Raise your hands if you want to be called. Mouthpiece, please grab the mic and in 60 seconds ask your question. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Raphael Ajere. I greet you, Honorable Sonia Barawa. I greet you most especially, Honorable His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa. I don't have much, well, in just a little question. I think you touched it, but I just wanted to ask again. Does it mean that they don't have a space, or where all those displaced people were living before, they cannot build the shelters there for them to, for their army, for the Nigerian army to protect them and give them that shelter there? So why should they move them to the same place they have been telling the whole?
Yeah, I think I lost her from here, but I believe the PM got what she was saying.
Who are they leaving it for? So that's what I want to ask. And I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the honorable members that were appointed yesterday. Please, I give you kudos. Please make sure you serve Biafrans judiciously. And so
All right, I believe I understand, her point of question. I want to make it very clear that the people that are called so internally displaced people are not in internally displaced people. These are the Islamic agenda, the Usman Dan Fodio conquest that is coming in a different form. This is the Ruga, the human Ruga. It is a human Ruga. When we have the animal Ruga and it didn't work, this is a human Ruga. But we are ahead of them, and before they make any move, we know where they are going. Sorry. When you listen to the governor of Zamfara State, where he said that every Muslim from the northern Nigeria, the only agenda they have is to make sure that Nigeria become an Islamic state. This is the motive and this is the move they are making. And like I said, we are ahead of them. It will be ruthlessly resisted. Let the northern people stay in their northern Nigeria. Let them solve their problem in the north. We are not one. They are Sharia. They are practicing Sharia law. They believe in Sharia. We don't believe in Sharia. So Biafra land is definitely not the place for them. But what is happening now is just bringing in the Ruga through the back door. But this time around, is no longer the cattle Ruga. It's the human Ruga. It's people Ruga. Islamic Ruga. Not the cattle Ruga, not the Fulani Hesme Ruga anymore. But like I said, it will be resisted. Let them come in Biafra land and they will face the Biafra people. I'm telling you the fact. If that place, that facility stand, know that I'm not a human being.
Authoritative from the office of the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in exile, Onyeroka Ohunanya. Thank you very much, my PM. Rage and Fury, please, you have the microphone. 60 seconds, please.
Okay, thank you very much, my Honorable Minister, Pastor Van Van Van. Greetings to my Prime Minister, His Excellency, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. My name is Regent Fury from Isoko speaking Biafra. And everything that is happening has put the argument to rest. Their propaganda that our land, Biafra land, is not safe. It has been put to rest right now, you understand, as a result of this very event. My question is a very brief one. Then before I will ask it, let me simply say, Biafra maubilo kerore hoyoya. Ubeneve crescere. Onye hukbavo notisi wabona. Biafra maina. Obilo. Biafra bilo kerore hoyoya. Prime Minister. Ubeneve crescere. Onye hukbavo notisi Africa. Biafra Mina, Biafra Obilo. Thank you very much. My question is simple. For the past weeks or months, it's obvious that we are making a lot of progress in Washington, D.C., that is in the United States of America. Sir, my only worry is that Britain, who is our arch enemy, has a very deep relationship with the United States. Have you ever had any worry that the United States can compromise their stand as a result of their relationship with Great Britain? Thank you very much, my Prime Minister. We are proud of you.
I am not worried about anything. I am not worried about the Britain. I'm not worried about America. I'm worried about myself and my people.
Clean and clear, and I'm
Thank you
sure
very
the
much, Prime
message
Minister. Excellent.
is
Thank you very
passed.
much.
All right, thank you. You can go back and start listening. Thank you. All right, we have a triple M. Triple M, please grab the mic and 60 seconds. Thank you.
And let me reiterate again that the time of worrying about Britain is over. The time of worrying about America, oh, they are going to follow, it is over. The multidimensional approach of the Biafra Republic government in exile and the de facto government in exile is an offer nobody can reject. We are fighting the liberation of Biafra using a multidimensional approach that even if whatever they have planned in the past or done in the past that make it not to succeed this time around, it is not depending, we are not depending on the approval. Thank you.
Perfect, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And the message is passed. So
Yeah.
the ball is in our court. Thank you. Triple M, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much, my people. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, my honorable Prime Minister. Thank you for what you have been doing for the Biafran people. Thank you for your resilience. Thank you for everything, because we have seen it. Even Onishi, now for Zuzo, Onyanguragali, because of what you have been doing. I also appreciate the cabinet and members of the brigade for what we witnessed yesterday evening. We really thank you for what you have been doing for us. We appreciate you. May the Chukwu Kabiama continue to keep you and strengthen you the more. Also, my greeting also go to our angels back in the home. We really thank them so much for the people God have been using to work for us. Honestly, when I heard this news yesterday, yeah, I'm from Mbano. I was restless. I was calling village. They said, yes, this is quite unfortunate. I was like, I don't know if our government have had this. I'm happy that you came up to speak. This is government of the people and for the people by the people. I appreciate you, my Prime Minister. I would just want to appreciate you. I don't need any question. There is nothing to ask you because you have shown your resilience. You have shown the different people that you are really fighting for us. Those that have been, shouting insecurity. Now they say that Biafra land have been ravaging by insecurity. That's why they are sending troops to Canada jet, everything, fighting for insecurity in Biafra land. Now, what is happening? Now, they have not seen it as a safe land. What happens now? Please, my brethren people, let's sit up. Let's sit up. Thank you, my Prime Minister. Once again, I appreciate you. I yield my mic.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. And let me also remind everyone that the fight going on is the fight to suppress the defense of Biafra, so that this kind of things, when it happen, it will come without resistance. Do you understand the point now?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, my Prime Minister. Please, if you are in the room and you want to ask a question, please do raise up your hands. If you don't raise up your hands, I will assume that you are busy with something else. I don't want to call you up and then you tell me I am busy, call someone else. If you don't raise your hands, definitely I'm not going to call you. So those that raise their hands, I will call. Thank you very much. Ben Chooks, Sagu, please grab the mic.
Thank you so much, Mazi. Thank you, our honorable PM. You are doing wonderful. PM, you have really hit the nail on the head. This is completely a slap in our face. If you see, since yesterday or 2 days ago, when like as our leader defeated them in their shambolic courts, this is a sign of for them to bring a terrorist in our land that we cannot allow to happen. It's like a suggestion, not a. I think in our nearest coming our convention, I think we need more and more and more and more strong measure, more to take because of what is going on at the moment. I don't know if it can make any more input how our convention will be whole to make it more and more strong so that the enemy will know that we are not playing anymore. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Somebody just forwarded to me the cry of the defunct Ohaneze. Now they are crying. Who is going to defend them? If they have succeeded in taking Simon Ekpa out of the way, this shout now they are shouting, who are they going to shout it to? Who will stand to defend Biafra land? But these are idiots. They will talk whenever they are not supposed to talk. And then when the problem comes, they will be writing on newspaper. Just go and listen and read what they are writing. Oh, UN is coming, bringing Fulani, bringing terrorists to Biafra land. They have concluded. Let me actually read the nonsense they are writing. The stupid idiot. Ohaneze Youth Council, defunct, of course, led by one idiot, has learned that the federal government has concluded plan to collaborate with the United Nations and Fulani group to train formerly militant individuals, including purported Boko Haram herdsmen and internally displaced persons in Igbo land. It is conceivable that the UN and the Fulani organization intend to relocate thousands of Fulani individuals, potentially disguised as Boko Haram members, to Nsu Ehime Mbano vocational training. There is no international diplomatic office, embassy situated in Igbo land, no seaport in Igbo land, no international airport in Igbo land, no modern railway in Igbo land, no industrial gas pipeline in Igbo land, while bringing repentant Boko Haram bandit herdsmen, IDP, to be trained in Igbo land. These are idiots. These are the people who they have used to fight Simon Ekpa, placed $500,000 on my head. Now, let's assume there is no Simon Ekpa. It will all end in this junk they are writing. Give them 500,000 and they will close their mouth. These are the people who say they are fighting, they are representing the Igbo. Stupid people. Let us see where they will gather anymore in Biafra land. They are doing meeting.
thank you, thank you, RPM. You are indeed the finisher. You are indeed the savior of Umuchineke. Thank you, sir. We are going to give the mic to Enteleki and then David Nana. Prepare yourself after Enteleki. Enteleki, please grab the mic. You have 60 seconds, please. Enteleki, your hand is up. Do you know how to unmute yourself?
Yes. Ndewonu.
Go ahead, please.
Greetings, everybody. Can you hear me?
Please, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me? Greetings.
Please go ahead. We can hear you. You have 1 minute.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much, PM. Thank you, everybody, for convening this wonderful session. I was just listening to this news and I just got heartbroken. Just like the PM said, this is a human ruga. And I maybe a little bit of my background. I always mention that I used to work with this government, and I had experience in my studies of Islamic philosophy and Arabic philosophy. One of the things you must know, or we must know about jihadists is two things they do. They create human disaster, intentionally create human disaster for the propagation of jihad. How do they do that? Either they look for trouble, and then just like you see in Israel going on, They create trouble, and then once you start reacting, human disaster comes up. And in the process of scattering away, they start creating refugee systems whereby other Christian countries will be forced to take them. They don't go where Muslims are. They don't go where jihadis are. They do that because they want to come over and Islamize other people. Second thing is, if you see what this plan they are doing with Imo State, this was how Okigwe area was taken. And anywhere they settle, they don't move. Forget it. Once you allow them to step into any of your territory, forget that territory, and you can never get it. So the earlier we react over this, the better. And anybody who is from Mbano, you better go back to your village now and start calling all your youth now to start taking position of things that are going to happen, because this is where it's going to land. I'm from Imo State, even though I'm from the area that is closer to Anambra, Akokwa. So I don't want to hear anybody coming to my village to start shouting Allahu Akbar. I don't want that. Whatever we will need.
Please, sorry, unmute yourself. That was mistakenly muted, please. Unmute yourself once again, please. And technically, please unmute yourself once again, please. Okay.
Okay, I just did that. I don't know what time it pulled off. So this is a human jihad, and jihad is always create natural disasters so that they can use it as a means to run around. Look at what is going on in the Middle East. I want us to let me just analyze a typical what is just about to go on in Nigeria. You see these people, they look for trouble always wherever they are. They don't find anywhere you find these jihadists, just know that evil is coming. Wherever they find them, first of all, they will create human disaster in such a way that when you start going after them, they start running out. And they don't run to where their own fellows are. They don't go where to Allahu Akbar is being sung. They will go to where they have peace, where Christians are. We were told that Imo State don't have anything, and Prime Minister mentioned it. We don't have any federal presence, and then they want to they go to UN and collect money, and then use all these processes as a resettlement program. This dam they are talking about in the north that created this havoc. Didn't they know that this dam was going to happen? They know. They intentionally allowed it because they want to resettle those people. That place has already been conquered. Now they are eyeing our little estates, our little areas in the southeast. Please, my people, we must not allow this to happen. I'm begging you. Imo is my home, and we cannot allow jihadists to destroy our culture. This is what is going on. This is not refugee system. This is jihadi conquerage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Enteleke. I'm curiously about to ask you: are you in the diaspora or you are in the homeland?
I'm in homeland.
Your homeland. Okay. Sorry, out of curiosity. Sorry. Okay, PM doesn't want to respond. All right, let's go ahead. We have hands that are up, and we have Mazi, David, Nana. Please grab the mic.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Minister of Information. And I also salute you, Honorable Minister of Information, Your Excellency, the United States of Biafra Prime Minister. First of all, I salute you, sir, and I want to congratulate you for wonderful articles that were passed into being yesterday. The Article 11 of 2024 BNBC, which deals on Biafra National Broadcasting Corporation, which has to do with media, and as well the Article 09 2024, which deals on Biafra National Regulatory Agency that have to deal with Biafran businesses. My Prime Minister, I want to ask you, sir, for those who want, not everybody, especially those of them in the zoo, who could not follow up the voting yesterday. And in this platform, a lot of people get to listen to you. Even when you are not live, they have to come back to listen to the message. Now, I want to ask you, sir, for those who want to register their businesses and as well as the media that are operating in Biafra land, and they want to know where to go for this registration, knowing fully well that we don't have a structural building for now. What do you have to tell them, and where do they have to go? Where would they go in terms of registration? And I want to also ask you, is there any time frame for those who may not be able to register due to one alliance with Nigeria or the other? Is there any time frame for them to stop businesses in Biafra land if they could not register with the Biafra?
I didn't understand the question. I think
The network.
Okay.
there was an
I want to,
interruption. So can you ask the question again, please?
okay, I'm asking for the establishment of these articles, for those who would like to start the registration immediately, because Biafrans now understand that the Biafran government in exile and that of the homeland are in charge of Biafra land. And these articles have been passed into law. And there are a lot of Biafrans who are involved into businesses and media as well that would like to register with the government. And we don't have a structural building in place in Biafra land where they can go and queue on for the registration before even the declaration. I'm asking, if they want to register today and tomorrow, are they going through the de facto in the homeland, or do they have a particular office or a particular person that they have to contact for that registration? Then the second part of the
We are not operating any physical office at this point because of the fragile situation. But the agency will be operating remotely, and the first license the agency will be issuing is to the Biafra National Broadcasting Corporation. That license will be issued in a few days' time or in a week time, and that will be the first license that the agency will issue. And then subsequently, we will continue to, the agency will continue to issue licenses, in accordance with the situation on ground. So we are going to be reviewing the security situation, and then go, in accordance with what we have on ground, in reality on ground. So this is a process that takes a lot of time. The first step, which is the establishment of these agencies, has been done, and that is the most important one. And then going forward, we will continue to adjust. As the delegitimization of Nigeria is taking place, we will continue to adjust to fit into the situation in the homeland. So I want you to understand that after December 2nd, when the restoration has been declared, everything will change. We will start to engage those that are collecting taxes on behalf of Nigeria in Biafra land. Believe me, we are going to give them a chance of their life. It is something that is going to happen. It may take time. But you see all those people collecting revenue for Nigeria in Biafra, let them just begin now to look for where they'll go, because they will never ever have peace. So we will continue to make sure that the delegitimization and the legitimization of the Biafra government will be happening simultaneously. So this agency has come to stay. The agency will continue to operate remotely, and those who will get a license from the Biafra government, they will operate without fear, freely in Biafra land. And those who want to work with Nigeria will have to pack their load and go to the northern Nigeria, where they are going to be comfortable and operate with Nigeria issued license. I am telling you what the template we are coming with, it will shock all of them. Thank you.
Okay, sir. For the multinational companies, those who are making big money from Biafra land, all those ones, before they can come to terms with the Biafran government, it takes them a lot of time because they do a lot of heady before they can come. Would you have any template or?
You are not in a position to tell them how heady they're going to do. You are not in a position to analyze, what they are intending to do and how they're intending to relate with the Biafra government or deal with the Biafra government. I don't think you are in a position to do that. Allow them to behave however they want to behave. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Would you give them any time frame whereby the government will give them before the government can start revoking
They should
whatever?
follow the activities of the government as we move into the declaration and after beyond that. They should follow us and follow the activities of the government. So they should be following what we are doing and the activities of the government in order not to be taken unaware.
Okay. Number 2 question, sir. Sorry. Few days ago, these few weeks that have passed have been so a blessing to Biafrans and a lot of positive vibes for the liberation. Within these few days, your cabinet members were seen all around the world, liaising, discussing, interacting, and having one-on-one with senators in America and other.
Whose mic is on? Everybody in the room, off your mic. If you open your mic, you'll be distracting every other person, please. Abu Monye, put off your mic.
Can I go
Please
ahead?
go ahead.
In all the presentations, it was Biafra, Biafra to the world. You must be a very happy prime minister seeing the cabinet members representing you in this stage. I want to ask you, the prime minister, how do you feel seeing that what you have started, the work you are doing, are reading a very, very positive result?
I don't know if he's still talking because sometimes I stop hearing him. I don't know. I'm no longer hearing Mazi David.
Yeah, he has a very bad network. So anyway, just to respond to what he has said so far, of course, who will not be happy with what is happening? It is only for those of you who don't know what we have in stock that will be, shouting and shouting. But I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know what the government is doing, and we have not actually unleashed the diplomatic muscles that we want to unleash, for the Biafra liberation. If you remember that for the past few months, when I was hammering on this particular, our next move is a diplomatic war, our next move is diplomatic fight. Some of you don't understand what I meant. So maybe by now, if you reflect back to what I was saying, maybe it can begin to make sense to you when I was saying that don't worry, our next move is to put Biafra in global stage, to put Biafra in global discussion, to put Biafra. The diplomatic war is going to be tough, and everybody is going to hear it. We're going to, So when I was making those comments, maybe you think that is a IPOB comment, the IPOB Nigeria pressure group comment, like they have made in the past many years, without nothing to show for it. So this is not actually, you are going to see wonders in Finland. You will see dignitaries that will embrace our convention, and you will see how the convention will roll. And you will hear, watch, and listen to the declaration and the wording of the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra. That will change the paradigm of everything that Biafra has went through or gone through in the hand of Nigeria. So as I am happy that the template I'm using is working, and I'm happy that Nigeria is falling for my trap, the trap of the government. I am very, very happy that as we press the button, like remote control, we want them to open mouth, they open mouth. We want them to close mouth, they close mouth. We want them to go to the media, they go to the media. The same way we are pressing the button and controlling the IPOB Nigeria criminals, we want them to talk, and whenever we want them to shout on social media, we know what to do. I know what to do, and all of them will be out. And then as they are busy, talking like market people on social media. We are busy punching and puncturing the tires of Nigeria state and their terrorist group. So before they realize what is happening, we have gone far. Why they will be on social media calling Simon Ekpa. But meanwhile, we have gone far. And when they realize that we have gone far, before they begin to see pictures of the Congress, they begin to see us going to the Washington, D.C. meeting, even to the extent of the Speaker of the United States of House of Representatives. And then they will now come back to start making mockery and photoshopping of the thing, and then we give them another job for them to be busy. While they are busy doing that, we are already planning another thing with the UN. The next step will be UN. They are going to see it happening. Now we want to keep them busy with the chinchi who beat who always abuse her ex-husband. So we want to keep them busy. You know that one is out now. They are using her now as usual. So we'll keep them busy. And when I see that, because I have hit her a little bit now. She's it's like the thing have gotten to her. She wants to start giving lecture on adultery. Have you even noticed that she have posted that she wants to start lecturing Biafrans on adultery? Can you imagine somebody
Yes.
somebody who is committing adultery is now want to lecture you people on adultery? That is the punch we give them. We teach them, control them. So if you go to her post, you will find out that what she's posting now is that she wants to start teaching adultery. Adultery, the head mistress. So I don't know who is going to teach adultery. Adultery, Ejiofor is fighting her now because Ejiofor found out that Naini found your back. Adultery. So we control them. And if I see that now she is getting tired, and I will put another thing. So keep her busy. That is the market she bought for herself. You know, Maka, when you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. You got to go. She is in a glass house and throwing stone. And glass glass una
Mba, 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 sir.
Ekpem is ha una bụkwa ndị Igbo.
Stella, open your mouth and tell us now. Stella, you are here.
Well, somebody should tell us what is Ekpem. Hi,
Eh? Best before, the
somebody
MD
should
will
unmute
never.
and tell
Glass
us what is
ejira
Ekpem.
afụ
Ekpem
ụzọ
is
na
bottle. Ekpem
glass
is
Huh?
dị
bottle.
dark ejira afụ ụzọ.
Thank
Ekpem
you
is
very
bottle.
much. Thank you very much. That is a typical Igbo, you know. So the glass where she's living is not ordinary glass. It's not the glass that you used to see yourself, but Ekpem glass, you know. So, and she will get what she have bargained for. So my own is that I don't attack those who doesn't attack me. But once you attack me, I will come out and expose you. So now I have exposed ordinary exposition. She's now with a Jofor. They are fighting each other. Jofor is telling her that he did not tell me you are sleeping with Ifanyoba. You want to give me disease. That one is telling the Jofor, what do you mean by that? I have all this information. I told you that your wife will come to me and give me information. Your husband will come to me and give me information. It does not matter. Your children will give me information. They have actually forgotten. They thought I have changed. No, I have not changed though. This struggle for liberation of Biafra is very dirty. And I am ready to fight like a pig. Dirty. That is how the struggle is. So if you are coming to fight against the Biafra liberation, I will wear my pig cloth and deal with you, and still change it and wear my suit and move on after you have been rubbished. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, my PM. My PM, there are so many hands up. Will you be able to take all of them so we know
I
how
will
many
take
hands?
I will take as much as I can.
Wow, awesome. Please let us be strictly obedient to the time we have. One minute, please. Leave the accolade. Stella, please grab the mic, please.
Thank you. I thank you. Good afternoon, and I salute you, Honorable Ralph, Honorable Abarawa. I salute you, and I salute you, the Honorable Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Commander in Chief of Biafran Armed Forces. I salute you, sir. And I have a question that's been bothering me. We found out that we are cousins to Israel, and Netanyahu is their president. And yesterday, Netanyahu's speech in UN's assembly, and we also know that Saudi Arabia has been one of the Islamic states that's been supporting Nigeria financially, and Turkey, and so on. And so yesterday we saw Netanyahu trying to establish or make people understand that they've been trying to working hard to make sure that they have a good relationship with Saudi Arabia, that there is an Islamic state that's been killing Christians all over the world and killing even the Jews, or the Jew or Judaism religion. And he's trying to re-establish, because Saudi Arabia is playing this kind of estranged peace. And what we have learned from Islam is not friendly, and we know most of the time they use takia in whatever they say. They will tell you one thing and do the other thing. And so we saw Netanyahu supporting and trying to renegotiate
Stella,
peace or alliance with
Stella,
Saudi Arabia.
Stella, those areas are not actually our discussion this morning. Those diplomatic discussions on high levels, those are not the things you bring to PM. Do you think PM doesn't follow those things or know these things? Those are diplomatic, high-level diplomacy. Let us solve our own problem from that. I don't know if you have another question to ask about what's happening in Mbano, about how we are chasing these people out of our land. Please bring that question. Biko.
Yeah, I just want to tell us that,
I
sir.
know.
Yeah, I finished with the other one. He said I
All
should
right.
stop. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know. I just wanted to encourage our PM to continue what he's doing, and that we must take it seriously, because they want to how do I say it, flood their Islamic jihadis foot soldiers in our land in the name of trying to relocate
Human
people in
Ruga. Human
IDP
Ruga
camp.
is what the PM call it. Human Ruga. And that's what they are doing.
Human
So,
Ruga, thank you.
yeah. All
So
right.
I just want to, encourage the government to do all they can to stop it, bring down those houses they've built already in Mbano, so that it will not exist at all. We've suffered enough in their hands. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Stella. Thank you very much. And I think that has been addressed.
Honorable Jare, please let me add something before
Go
you
ahead.
go on.
Go ahead.
Everyone picking the mic, please. Prime Minister needs questions bordering on Biafra, not how Russia or Israel or America or UK is doing their own. Let's be bothered about the template that the Prime Minister is bringing up. The topic on the show here is something to be bothered about. The measures we are going to put in place, how the Prime Minister reacted swiftly to this very issue, and how we know the implications that are coming up. Let us not be bothered about how others are doing their own. Let's fix our own house first before we look on to how others are doing. Thank you so much. As you pick the mic, please go straight to questions that borders on Biafra, not on America or UK.
Thank you, my able boss, Minister. I am loyal and appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please, Betty Ford, grab the mic and let your 60 seconds count, please.
Thank you so much, my minister. Thank you, Minister Sonny. My
Mazi,
Prime
can you please
Minister,
mute?
His
Mazi, can you please
Excellency.
mute your mic? Thank you. Betty, go
Should
ahead.
I
Betty, go ahead.
continue? Yeah, my Prime Minister, His Excellency, I thank you. This is a very good opportunity for me to talk to you whenever you are up. Show my gratitude for the person you are to Biafrans, for the way you alert us whenever something like this is on. I thank you so much. Your presence here today have exonerated you and many of us following you for what you are doing for us, because they kept saying, especially TVC News and the rest, Southeast is not good because of what Simon Ekpa is doing. How can Southeast be security conscious and unsafe, but they are bringing people to come and stay there? I have traveled to the north before. North is 5 times bigger than southeast. So those human shields that they are coming to bring to southeast now, can they relocate them there? I believe that it is the chiefs, the local chiefs, that will be spoken to. If any one of them accepts that, they will be in a BLA trouble. So my PM, I thank you so much. I really feel sorry for our friend and our ally, Ms. Dr. Cho Ayaba's arrest, and we stand with you for the messages you have been sending to our brothers in Ambazonia. Thank you so much, my PM. God bless you.
Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Honorable Betty. We appreciate you. All right, we still have our beloved sister, Claudia James. Claudia James, please grab the mic.
Thank you so much, Honorable Raphael, Deputy Information Minister, and Sonia Akparawa, Honorable Sonia Akparawa, for all you do for Biafra. And my thanks cannot go enough for our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. So quickly to my question. My concern is about our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We heard his legal counsel said they have gone to the DSS or wherever the dungeon where they are holding him, and they have denied them the entry to see our leader. They were there for hours. They actually gave the time that they got there. And I think up until maybe 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock, they were still there. They were not going to let them in. And we know from the past that dead Buhari and his nepotic government are finished, which Tinubu has continued to support, said they had the option of whether to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or to keep him alive. Now, my concern now is the denial of having access to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a concern to every Biafran. I just wanted you to make a comment about that, because I know a lot of things will happen building up to the 2nd of December. So that's number one. Then the other thing I wanted to make a comment about is the fact that the displaced people they were bringing down to Biafra land in old Imo State, they said they range between the ages of whatever to 30, that they have a range of a good range of people like that who needs education. And they know from the north, a lot of the women or girls do not apparently are not encouraged to go to school. So really, we know that these are the men they are bringing as a decoy to come and fight. And as everybody has said it, jihad from the back door. I mean, that is what they are. And so everybody should know that they have specifically said the age group that they were bringing into Biafra land. So these are some of the things, because we know internationally you don't reject refugees, but these are the concerns that we have. So I just wanted the Prime Minister to say something about our leader and the continual denial of the medical
Who
group.
said that? Who said that internationally you cannot reject refugees?
Well, because refugee comes in all the time.
So I'm just asking, who said, which law said that internationally you cannot reject
No law.
refugees?
There's no law. There's no law, because we see
So
even in Europe.
why do you have to say that? You don't say things you are not sure of. Who said that you cannot reject a refugee? If you are a security, if the refugees are a security threat, why should you accept refugees that are security threat in
Exactly.
your country? So but no, there is no law in international law that says if a refugee are threat, if you feel that there is a security threat, you have to accept them. There are many countries in Europe that are rejecting refugees as a result of security threat. And this is even different. What we are facing now is that we are fighting war of liberation, where the situation of security is a very fragile situation. So it's not to talk of bringing in people that are suspected to be terrorists and all that. So when you are making this comment like this, you have to be sure of what you are saying. Another thing is that you talk about the lawyers not having access to our leader. This is not the first time.
It's not the first time now. Oh
Why
God.
is that? Why is that a problem?
They have even
We know how
done
to we
worse.
know, we know how to handle them when the time comes. Thank you.
Thank you, my prime minister. This is not the first time. They bugged the
Yeah,
whole. They've done. Please
it's
clear the
just
clear
because
names.
it's
Clear
just
names.
because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from his speech, when this last speech that he said when he went to court,
Clear
I
names.
think it's
Clear
a blow
names.
to them. Yes.
Clear names. You have used your time. We're responding to you and others will talk.
All right. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's not the first time. They've done even worse. They've bugged the whole place. They've done terrible things. So why are you bothered about things that they have always done? They are ready to even do more. Let's focus on what we're doing and they defeat them. Thank you. Christopher Okenwa, please grab the mic. Christopher,
Yes,
are you
good
there?
evening, good evening, good evening. I greet you. His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the people of Biafra. Thank you for this.
Oh, like we lost him. Christopher, please coming back again. Like something happened to your mic and it was thrown out. Please, Hero, mute yourself. Christopher, you have to come back in again, please. Hero, unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. I'm glad what is going on, but something I want to say is that we have to be mindful of the media propaganda. I think that's where I would come in with the last speaker. I think, from my own understanding, what she was trying to say is that we have to be strong in the media because these devils, this Satan, whatever it's called, they are always projecting this thing in our disadvantage. That's why, even if I'm not saying there's a law for international, welcoming of uh, um, displaced people, but we should understand that we have to elaborate, like just elucidate
Yeah,
those
I don't
one
know
more
if
time.
I don't know when you started listening to this space. If you started from the beginning, I addressed that concern. Did you start from the beginning?
No. I joined,
Okay,
but
so
I
so
was
go
writing
back
for.
and listen to the
Yeah,
beginning of this space. I've actually addressed that, so we don't waste time and start stressing on the same issues. Thank you.
yeah. My second question is, I think in the past you made a comment where you said, correct me if I'm wrong, that there's no more sit at home. That the people you are targeting now, we are targeting is the government people.
That is completely wrong. I never said there is no more sit at home. The Monday sit at home continues, and we are also going to have sit at home depending when the time comes. It will be made public to the Biafra people. So our target now remains the government, Nigeria institutions in Biafra land, or the Monday sit at home continues. I've never said there is no more sit at home. Thank you.
Okay, you got that, and it has been taken care of. Thank you, Hero. All right, Christopher, please grab the mic and take your turn.
Yes, thank you, my brother. I'm going to be brief. Greetings again, His Excellency, and every cabinet member in the House and all ministers. The PM, I have a question because if you check what I posted on the Jumbotron, these same United Nations, they confirmed, they did not deny that some of their employees were actually Hamas fighters and were responsible for the massacre on October 7th in Israel. Now, this same agency is in disguise or whatever, trying to infiltrate our land. Do you think this is a way to directly bring Hamas fighters into Biafra, number one? And do you also think that Biafrans are facing greater threats than we think? Thank you.
That cannot be ruled out, and that's why if you read my previous tweet, you understand that I have used the word threat. So it is nothing other than threat, and that threat must be stopped and must be confronted. And so the beginning of confrontation of that threat is what we are doing now, addressing Biafran people, letting them to understand that this particular move will be resisted ruthlessly. And when I mean ruthlessly, I mean every word I said. And it will be followed by a very big action. You will watch and see. Thank you.
Thank you, my PM. Thank you, Christopher, for that insight. Thank you so much. It's me again. Please grab the mic and win-win. Wait for your own turn, please.
Yes, all protocol observed, and I especially greet the PM. Words cannot express how we feel about our progresses in all fronts. Now to the topic. I listened to your opening speech and how you foamed seriously about the situation that is unfolding in Nigeria, especially the UN-backed the deployment of people or persons under the age of 30 to our land in Biafra. And a place was particularly targeted. In everything you say you don't trust Nigeria in any move they make. You don't trust them. Their reasons are not genuine. So hence, you are against this move. Can you portray on that? Can you explain to us why, based on your trust, you don't trust them? If Nigerian state convince you enough, do you need conviction or something? Thank you.
I don't know whether this is actually you talking or somebody is using your voice and
It's me
you,
again speaking, sir.
that's what I'm asking. I don't know whether it is actually you talking because you think that we can trust Nigeria. We can never trust Nigeria. So if Nigeria tell you that something is white, know that it is black and red. And as a Biafran, we can never trust Nigeria. So the move to bring people into Biafra land, which they have condemned and claim how insecure it is and everything, with the hate against us. When they tell you they are bringing, when I tell you they are bringing women, know that they are bringing men. When they tell you they are bringing men, know that they are bringing Boko Haram. So as it stands today, anybody coming from northern Nigeria in the name of coming to take refuge in Biafra land can never ever be accepted by us. And above all, apart from that, we are in a war of liberation, and so this is not the right time to accept anybody in the name of refugee. By the time Biafra become an independent state, we will stretch our arms of friendship to anybody that want to come and seek asylum. Then the person will follow due process and the laid down principles and rules according to the Biafra immigration services and the Biafra law, and we follow the due process. If the person qualified to be issued with a refugee status, we are going to accept them and give them protection. But at this point, we are not yet an independent nation, and we are fighting for our independent state. So anybody coming to Biafra land, your security is not guaranteed. That's what I just want to let them understand. Anybody coming to Biafra land should go and write their will. They will never, ever, their security will never, ever be guaranteed. And because we are facing a lot of security issues, including terrorism, we are facing this jihadist movement from the Nigeria Terrorist Army, Police, and all that. So it is not the place where you are bringing a helicopter to bomb our people, bringing the people with a military uniform to kill our women and children is the place you feel that it is safe now for you to bring people. No, we are never going to allow that kind of thing to happen because Nigeria can never bring anything good to Biafra people. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten who Nigeria is? Have you forgotten how Nigeria have treated us? Have you forgotten how what Nigeria have done to us? They can never bring anything that favors Biafra people. They will always bring something that will subjugate you and bring you more pain. So we are stopping it even before they start. That's why it is very important that this discussion, we start it now ahead of time, so that when the resistance will start, everybody will know that we shouted about it. Thank you. So we don't trust Nigeria and we can never trust them. Even if we get independence today, we can never trust Nigeria. Thank you.
And
Thank you,
last
sir.
one, the last one is this. This awareness that because most of us we are not aware of what is happening, or we just had it as a news, but we never did our what we call top-down analysis or deep thought, deep thinking. Are you Does the government want to take this responsibility themselves, or you want every indigenous person to be aware of this and be proactive by acting according to the baggy's instruction? Or do you expect only the baggy to take this as a responsibility, keeping these terrorists at bay?
It is the responsibility of every Biafran. The government of Biafra is for the people and for the people. So the people are the government, and the government are the people. So it is the responsibility of every single Biafran to make sure that this particular move is resisted to the maximum. Thank you.
Thank you, RPM. I will give up because of time.
All right. Thank you so much. It's me again. You're welcome. Win-win, please grab the mic.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are loud. You're audible. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, our Prime Minister. May Chukwu Abiyama bless you. And our Information Minister and our Deputy. God bless each and every one of you. I just want to ask two questions, please. First of all, we already know that these are terrorists coming into our land. Now, my question is there any measure, is there any way we can stop them before they come? Because if they come, definitely they are going to be displaced, even if they are not going to be in that particular building, project building according to them. They are going to be displaced both in Owerri, Abia State, Anambra.
Let me tell you, let me just tell you, please. We are not scared of them. We are not afraid of them. We have defeated many of them in the past, including for the one from Asare Dokubo. So we are going to defeat this one as well. It is part of the war that we are going to fight as it is coming close to our declaration and beyond. So let them come. Even if they come, they share them state by state, we will still defeat them. They cannot come
Okay.
to our terrain, our land, and defeat us. If we have defeated Nigeria government and their terrorist army, is it the ragtag that we cannot defeat? It's our land. We know our land knows us. So let them come. We're not scared of them. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, my PM. The second question is concerning Dr. Choayaba. I don't know if I may ask this here, if it's necessary. Is there any,
If you know
arrangement?
it is not necessary, you don't need asking it. The
Okay.
Choyaba issue is still pending. We are still investigating what is going on. So it's not issue for public and open debate. Thank you.
It's all right. Thank you, PM.
Thank you for that. Please raise your hands if you are still in the room. We have Mbatu. Please grab the mic.
Ralph, I will take two more questions.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Greetings, all Biafrans. Greetings to the honorables around and to my PM, His Excellency. I am lucky to be among the last two persons. Before I go, I have only one question, but I have to give you a little lyrics. Yaburu na moge Simon ole ha igeme ebe amụrụ ya ekene dịrị Chineke. Imagine there's no one like Obatobie. Chai Arukarime. God bless you, my PM. We love you so much. My question is this. Oke nọ n'ụlọ bụ ya gwara oke nọ n'ama na azụ dị na ngịga. Oke ahụ nọ n'ụlọ, kedu mgbe anyị ga-ebido itinyere ha rat poison na ịgbara ha ọnya? Because the more anyị na-agba ha nkịtị, the more ha na-akpọta mmụọ oke nọ n'ama igosi ha na ebe azụ dị. Onye ọbụla ghọtara ihe na-ekwu. And oke na-ekwu okwu ya bụ the biggest rat nọ na government.
The crusade have started.
I believe you. I believe you. Tọkwa ịhụ nna m. Onye ometa gboo nsụtụ Igbo gbuo ya. Bịa elu egbachi mgbọ n'ọtọ nwere ihe eme. Tọkwa ịhụ nna m. Ometa gboo nsụtụ onye anụ kwụta moto tegburu. Tọkwa ịhụ. Ashimogo ọdọ. Tọkwa ịhụ nna m. Tọkwa ịhụ. Edure.
Thank you, Mbatu. Thank you so very much. Okay, even though you didn't raise your hand, I'm going to give you the chance. Hi, Chief. Grab the mic if you have a question. You are the last person. Hi, Chief, you're not there. Karma is real. Please grab the mic. You be the last person, and then PM will close it. Even this one is not ready. My PM, we've attended to it all, and I hand
All right,
over to my. Okay.
thank you very much, fellow Biafrans people. I want you all to understand that you must be very resolute. You must be very, stand your ground. Do not shake, irrespective of this propaganda and the move by the Nigeria terrorist state to infiltrate our land with terrorists by bringing people they claim to be internally displaced people in the northern Nigeria. I want you to understand that the propaganda could not move us. They have used their media to propagate lies against our land that is the most secure place in the entire Niger area. And today, we have been vindicated that that same place they say Simon Ekpa have done this and done that have become a safe haven where they feel is the only safe place to bring the so-called internally displaced people from the northern Nigeria. My promise as the Prime Minister of the Biafra government in exile and the de facto government is that we will never sit back and see any danger, any threat by the Nigeria state coming to you as a Biafran, and we allow it to stay the next hour. As I'm talking to you, the work is already in progress to make sure that every agenda of the Nigeria terrorist state to infiltrate our land will be resisted with the highest ruthlessness. Thank you very much. May God bless all of you, and may God bless Biafra. From here, from me, I say good afternoon. Airborne to the Biafra Liberation Army. Airborne to the Biafra resistance fighters. Airborne.
Airborne.